Hi everyone, I am Serena Zonno and I work at the wastewater treatment plants area of Acquedotto Pugliese, which manages the integrated water service in the Apulia region. Today, I would like to show you the objectives and results of the AQP pilot project, but before this, I would like to give you a short view of the recent efforts of Acquedotto Pugliese in terms of sustainability. Well, first of all, Acquedotto Pugliese manages 185 wastewater treatment plants with a total capacity of about 5,920,000 inhabitants equivalent. The three strategic priorities, as you can see in this slide, as part of the strategic plan 2022-2026 of Acquedotto Pugliese are, first of all, the protection of water resources in terms of ensuring the water supply in the Apulia region and also in some parts of the Campania region, and to gain the reduction of the environmental impact, for example, through the optimization of the wastewater treatment processes. Anyway, as for the circular economy, Acquedotto Pugliese is committed to making operational the reuse of wastewater, because reuse of wastewater represents the key solution also to the drought, as well as, for example, the constructed wetlands. In Acquedotto Pugliese, we built constructed wetlands in 2011 in Melendugno to recharge the groundwater. And in the Apulia region now, we have 6 plants which deliver water for irrigation purposes. So we have to respect the limits of the Ministerial Decree 185 of 2003. As for the energy transition, Acquedotto Pugliese is facing the optimization of the energy costs and also the production of energy from renewable sources in order to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions and to reach the sustainability. Well, concerning these 3 priorities, Acquedotto Pugliese has collaborated on the cross-water project funded into the Interreg Italy, Albania and Montenegro, as you know. Whose aim was to develop an integrated cross-border plan in order to for the water management systems. Acquedotto Pugliese focused its attention on the optimization and protection of water resources through the implementation of automated measurement and monitoring systems, both to control the wastewater treatment processes, both at monopoly wastewater treatment plant, which works with anaerobic digestion in absence of oxygen, and at San Michele di Bari wastewater treatment plant, which works in aerobic digestion in presence of oxygen. In order to make you understand better the results of the project, I would like to show you in this slide the structure of the monopoly wastewater treatment plant as for the water treatment line and the sludge line. First of all, monopoly has a total capacity of 64,000 inhabitants equivalent. So, as we know, water coming from the city goes first into the primary treatments. So we have a screening. Then we have an equalization station which is divided into 2 tanks. Then the water goes into the primary sedimentators. After this, we have the biological section divided into 2 tanks, the oxidation and the nitrification, in order to reduce parameters like COD, BOD. Then we have 2 secondary sedimentators, and the final treatment is the disinfection. We know that water coming from the treated water coming from this plant goes into the sea, so we need to respect the limits of Table 1 of the Legislative Decree 152/2006. As for the sludge line, the sludge coming from the secondary sedimentators goes into 3 thickenings in order to increase the percentage of the total suspended solids. Then it goes into 2 primary digesters, and after this it goes into a secondary digester before going into the watering processes. And the biogas which is produced in the digester goes into a gasometer. Well, I told you that the AQPA approach was based on the development of an information system through installed probes at different stations at the wastewater treatment plant. In this slide, we can see all the installed probes, and I would like to show you the benefits of installing these probes. First of all, they gave us real-time measurements. We, as you can see, in the denitrification tanks, we installed probes for measuring the potential redox. In the oxidation tanks, we installed probes for measuring the nitrates, the ammoniacal nitrogen, the dissolved oxygen, and total suspended solids. And at the outlet of the secondary sedimentators, we have probes for measuring the orthophosphates. For example, if you want to take the water and use it for irrigation purposes, because we need to analyze the orthophosphate parameter. Also, the measurements of this parameter allow us to optimize the energy consumption and the use of reagent for chemical dephosphating. Energy consumption, because the energy costs related to the blowers in the oxidation compartment represent 30% of the entire energy cost of the total wastewater treatment plant. We also analyzed the quality of the biogas in terms of energy potential, because a biogas of good quality needs to have a percentage of methane of almost 60%. So it is very useful also to reuse biogas, for example, in an optic of cogeneration. And finally, we also, through the installation of probes, we can see in the low part of the slide, we analyzed the total suspended solids and the sludge flow rate to be sent to the centrifuge in order to optimize the watering process and mitigate the environmental impact in terms of carbon dioxide, since by reducing the volume of the sludge to be sent to the centrifuge, also the transport cost of disposal can be reduced. So the pilot project started in October 2021 and ended in July 2022. And on a monthly basis, a measurement report has been prepared in which the data collected by the installed probes have been analyzed and synthesized through graphs and tables, and allow us to manage any disruption and malfunctions of the wastewater treatment process in order to optimize the wastewater treatment process. We also found important correlation, as you can see in the graph on the right of the slide. I told you before that the energy cost related to the blower to provide oxygen in the oxidation tank represents the 30% of the total cost of the wastewater treatment plant. If we connect the blower to the only dissolved oxygen parameter, we should provide oxygen in correspondence of a reduction of the trend of the dissolved oxygen. But we can correlate 2 parameters, the dissolved oxygen and the potential redox, because the potential redox is an index of the oxidoreductive conditions in the oxidation station. It represents the quality of the activated sludge in terms of activity potential. So if we have a reduction in the 2 trends, both that of the dissolved oxygen and that of the potential redox, maybe an electrical disservice has happened. if we have a constant value of the potential redox and a reduction in the oxygen, this is very important to understand because in this case we can save on energy by providing a less quantity of oxygen. Finally, if in correspondence with a constant value of the oxygen we have a reduction in the potential redox, we don't have to provide oxygen, but we have to act on the biomass which is of less quality, which is less reactive. So, what did we achieve with this project? The best result we achieved is the improvement of the efficiency of the treatment process in order to protect the water resource and improve the energy optimization. So, we gain a reduction of dephosphating reagents through through the analysis of real-time parameters, the reduction of the sludge amount to be disposed of through the optimization of the dewatering process, linked to the reduction, as I told you before, of the carbon dioxide emissions released in the atmosphere, and finally, new operational management actions like the one I have just told you about.